Hey there, welcome to day 159 of our BU 365-day challenge to do one thing every day that improves us. This segment, this month, we are focusing on relationships, and we are now going through the SOAP framework, and the tool we're going to cover today, SOAP framework, is the O, the relationship O, the O in the SOAP framework, which stands for options. And the tool we're going to use is a brainstorming tool, the 10, 3, and 1. And I see that I did not make my numbers backwards properly today. I don't know what I was thinking. Some days I can write backwards, other days. Today is obviously not one of them. But it's our brainstorming tool. We've talked about it lots of times before, right? We've talked about brainstorming. We've talked about different types of brainstorming. If you need more information about brainstorming or different types of brainstorming, you can Google it. Like all of us, we can show some initiative, look it up ourselves, or you can go back to the private Get Up and Go challenge page, Unit 15, or any of the other units, and you can search brainstorming, and it'll bring up all the videos where we talk about brainstorming, the different types of brainstorming. So they won't all be with respect to relationships, but they'll be with how do you do different brainstorming techniques, etc. Might be just quicker to Google it. I went researching for different relationships I've been involved in, and I think it took me well over an hour just to go back and find the relationship related videos, because there are, I don't even know how many videos in there, several hundred videos in there. So it takes a little time to go through them. So you've got the relationship that you picked out. You told your story about it, your current story yesterday for that relationship, and then what you want it to be, your desired story. I did that for my friend Kim. And Kim and I have been friends for a long, long time. But over the last couple of years, she had some major health challenges. I have become legally blind, and those were some of my reasons and excuses for us falling apart and drifting apart, which are not very good excuses, right? It means I should be checking in more and making more of an effort, not less, especially when she's ill and she's busy with her grandkids. I'm busy with my grandkids, all kinds of reasons. I found when I was telling my current story and my past story, the current story was filled with reasons or excuses why we've drifted apart and why we haven't been in contact, why I haven't been. I don't know why she hasn't been, but why I haven't been. And in relationships, just like in anything else, the only thing I can control is myself, my behavior, my actions, my thoughts and feelings and beliefs, right? I can only do me and decide throughout the course of this SOAP framework, is this a relationship that I want to revitalize, or maybe something's happened and our past, the time we were to be friends has passed, and then I'll just go out and make a new friend, right? So today I'm working on, and I'm going to come up with options to basically reconnect with my friends since I've let our friendship lapse. And I've noticed, as I was thinking about this, that there's been a pattern of that in my lifetime. When I got married, when you're in college, you have a group of friends, and then you move or you get a job, and then that group of friends you don't often stay in really big touch with. Worked at some big corporations, had groups of friends in each of those, and I'm not really in touch with hardly any of the people that I've ever met through my 62 years of life, right? Same at high school. You have friends from high school, but you only see them, every 5 years at your class reunion, things like that, or you bump into them in your daily travels, unless you intentionally maintain those relationships. And I found that when I got married and had kids, most of the relationships that I had previously had drifted by the wayside in the busyness of building businesses, being married, having that relationship, and then raising my kids. It was a lot. It seems like for a couple of decades, your focus is on your children and their activities, and then your friends become their parents, their friends' parents, etc. So it seems like there's this pattern that we follow. So our tool today is to start thinking of options to begin filling that gap from where we are to where we want to be, our current situation to our desired situation. And I like the 10-3-1 tool, I call it, because we make sure that we come up with at least 10 possible ways. And by brainstorming, they can be as crazy and far out as we want, but 10 different ways that we could move toward what it is that we want. Chances are there's no one thing that we are going to do that immediately gets us from where we are to where we want to be. Sometimes there is, but that's like winning the lottery. It's the exception, not the rule. So we want to have a bunch of different things that we can possibly do. And then tomorrow, as part of the A in the SOAP framework, we're going to analyze and pick one to take action on. But for today, we're going to brainstorm throughout the day at least 10 different possible things, and then we're going to pick 3 of those things. And I just circled on this tool. I've already set up in my notebook. Here's my 10. And as I go throughout my day and think of things, I'll buzz and write them down. And then I will circle 3 of them. And I don't know if I'll get around to sharing my 3 today. I ask us to share our 3 things. It's up to you. But I think the more we participate and the more we engage, the more we are committing openly that we're actually doing something every day to improve ourselves. So I need to get better at, I do it all in my notebook, but this is a whole book. So am I going to write a whole book in the comments on even the private Facebook group? I will admit, guilty. I have not been posting my homework or my action item because it's another, anything I say, I'm just making an excuse, right? Because I could find the time to do it and do a summary of it. It doesn't take that much time. And so maybe if I get a patch of time when the kids are in Alaska and my granddaughter's going to go stay with her other grandparents for the first time for 5 days, half the time this time they're going to take her, and the other half the time I'm going to have her. Maybe I'll go back through and I'll put in all my homework. But let me know if that's not valuable. Me sharing mine, I'm not going to share it because it would take, probably 5+ hours for me to go through and put in 159 days worth of homework. So if it's not something that's going to be of value to folks, I'm not going to do it. I can spend that 5 hours writing a book or coaching people or doing something else. So let me know. But that's our assignment for today. 10 possible ways, anything you can imagine, to go from where you are to where you want to be with the relationship that you are working on for the challenge. Any questions? Hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. Have fun with this. It is a fun activity, right? Even if it's a stressful relationship, knowing that you're moving forward and looking for ways to make it better is fun, right? All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.